departure. Let's get on point with Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla. Secretary, good to finally have you on the show. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Okay, there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to start with this because there's supposedly a policewoman, a member of the Special Action Force, that was hit by a cell phone on the forehead. Let's play that video. Maybe you can help us. What happened? Bakit ho ba nagkagulo dito?
I think that was the time that they were informed that he was going to be brought to the plane already. And the weird thing is that she was offered to ride the plane with him.
You're talking about the partner, Hanilet?
Yes, she was offered and she refused. And when he was being asked to go to the plane, she suddenly threw a fit.
Kaya dito po is yun po, yung isa sa miyembro ng staff ay tinamaan po sa forehead, no?
If you notice, lahat na nakapaligid kay Presidente, babae. We didn't want, ayaw namin na mga lalaki ang pupersahin siya. Baka kalad ka rin siya kung ganun. Kaya babae talaga ang nakapaligid sa kanya.
Sinadya po yan?
Yes, sadya yun.
How many policemen were deployed in this whole everything, sir, from the airport to Villamor to Camp Crame?
Oh yeah, it's not as simple as the airport. So in the airport we had 1,500 men. We didn't want a Ninoy Aquino scenario to occur, so we were very sure of the security. Sa Malacanang there was another 1,000. In Crame the usual lang ang Crame at saka yung veterans. So veterans had maybe 200.
Veterans dahil?
Just in case that he felt sick, may dadalhin siya kagad doon. So,
and in Villamor, how many were there?
Villamor maybe, kasi contingency airport yan eh. So 2,000 all in all in the Villamor premises.
I see. So I want to go back to that video, no? So when that happened, nagkabukol po yung staff na policewoman, and there was also a statement made by the spokesperson of the PNP, General Jean Fajardo, and she said this: lahat ng pagmumura, panlalait, tinanggap ng kapulisan, and they still managed to exercise maximum tolerance with all the policemen and policewomen that were involved in this. Were you happy? Were you satisfied?
Oh yes. Sino man di matutuwa niyan?
Yung mga Duterte supporters?
Kasi hindi expect mo na lalaban sila na magkakagulo. But they all followed instructions, maximum tolerance, all courtesy given. They offered them lahat ng accommodations na hiningi nila, binigay. Anong pagkain gusto nila. Humingi siya ng kama para magpahinga, binigay sa kanya. Aircon naman yung kama. He asked to see his lawyers, dumating naman. So, binigay naman sa kanya lahat ng courtesy.
Okay, when you say that, sir, yung mga abogado niya nasa labas ng Villamor Air Base, ayaw papasukin eh.
Ando doon si
E.S. Medialdea sa loob.
E.S. Medialdea.
Andun din si Attorney Delgra sa loob.
Yes. Yes.
Pero meron pa pong ibang abogado. I guess that's what I want to find out.
Hindi na pwede yun. There was an operational risk kung papapasok ka ng ibang tao pa. Everyone who was with him in his party arriving from Hong Kong were allowed to join him.
Okay, so let's go back to that. Paglapag po niya, sino ho ang sinabing maaaring pumili na sumama sa dating Pangulo sa Villamor Air Base? Who was given authority to say, you can bring this, and this person?
Lahat sila pinayagan. Lahat ng kasama niya sa aeroplano, I think they were a party of 12, if I'm not mistaken. Sumama sa coaster at sumama sa Villamor.
Lahat po yun?
Lahat sila.
Wala pong naiwan?
Walang naiwan.
Okay. And was that the plan from the very beginning?
From the very beginning.
What was, and who was really on top of this? Kayo ho ba? Because during the press conference of the President, it was you and the President.
Yes.
So ikaw ho ba nagplano ng lahat ng ito?
Hindi naman. It was a group effort. Secretary Chidoro was there. Secretary Anyo was there too. And the President and I. So, hindi naman ako. Ako lang ang natira last man standing doon sa Malacanang. Kasi Secretary Chidoro was working out of his office sa Camp Aguinaldo. Secretary Anyo, of course, his specialty is intelligence. So, he was gathering all the information in his source, in his location. So, ako lang ang nasa Malacanang.
Was it a little odd or hard, I guess, for Secretary Anyo, sir? Knowing that, of course, he
I
was
think so.
part of the
I
Duterte
think
administration.
he still shares some affection for the former president. They had a very good working relationship. But he's a professional, he is a soldier, and he's a gentleman. So he served this role, and the information that he gathered and shared was very reliable. And
Such as, or is there
such
anything you can share?
as the conversations on whether or not they would go home. I think the lawyers were prevailing for him to stay in Hong Kong or in China, and the children prevailed on him to go home.
Ibig sabihin, yung mga lawyers po sinasabi kay dating Pangulong Duterte.
Parang gano'n ang lumalabas sa mga sources.
Sources from Secretary Anyo?
Sources ni Secretary Anyo.
Opo. And he relayed that to the core team. So the core
Yes.
team is the President, yourself, Secretary Anyo, Secretary Teodoro, and
The president.
kayo lang. So you kept it very small.
Very small.
And it
Yes.
was meant to be that way.
Yes, you cannot plan an operation like this and involve too many people.
Okay. Was it also, siguro, parte ho ba talaga ng plano na not to give the media any information? Because nobody really was talking to the media during that day.
Yes, that was deliberate on our part. When you plan something like this, you cannot have any loose ends. So we made sure that, number one, that all the officers that you saw were wearing body cameras. So may resibo lahat ng ginagawa. We made sure that CCTVs were on. We made sure that everything was recorded. We made sure that when he was being questioned or asked of anything, it was recorded. So if anything happened, may resibo lahat ng ginawa namin.
Kasi ang lumalabas po, Secretary, ang nakikita po naming video mostly during that time was coming from the camp of the former president,
Yes.
specifically his daughter, Kitty.
Yes.
We were getting a lot of, video from her. And nothing really from any one of you guys. So sinadya niyo po yan, pero sinasabi niyo, lahat, may body cam, lahat ng CCTV bukas, just in case may problema, meron po kayong
Yes.
maipapakita sa
Yes,
taong bayan,
yes, yes.
ganon.
Because there was nothing to say. We had a statement that he was in our custody. He's in good health. And what else can you say? Wala ka nang masasabi pa eh. So we stuck to that. And
But you
we were-
purposely kept him away from media.
Yes, we did.
You
We
did not want media to see him
Yes,
being...
the optics would have driven the emotions of this country into different levels. They would have played into the drama, and it would not have been good. There was a picture of him naka-oxygen mask,
Right.
but
right.
it wasn't attached to the oxygen tank.
Is that so? Yung nakahiga po siya?
Hindi if you look at the picture closely, hindi siya naka-attach sa oxygen tank. So you see what they're capable of.
So why was there an oxygen tank there to begin with that meron pong ganon? That was in Villamor,
yeah,
wasn't it?
it was standard operating procedure. Basta may elderly ka, may oxygen.
So
Kasi naka-wheelchair siya.
Opo. So are you telling me that kinabit lang po yun doon tapos
Mask
pinicturean?
lang. Oo. Well, hindi, kung titignan mo talaga yung picture, hindi nakakabit.
Hindi
sa
ko po
oxygen tank.
nakilatis ng mabuti yung
Kita mo
photo.
nakapalipit nakapalupot ng ganun, pero hindi nakakabit sa...
I see.
So there's a certain amount of flair that they have for the dramatics, and we knew that it would get inflammatory kung may media. So I think it worked out better that there was silence from us and there was
From the
no media
government
presence, yeah.
and...
But we wanted to be fair. We recorded everything. We didn't scrub anything, and if asked to present, papakita naman lahat.
Meron ho ba kayong pwedeng ipakita sa amin? I mean, in the next couple of days,
Yeah,
sir,
I think PCO should
release
it soon.
something.
Yeah,
No?
yeah. But it's boring eh. It's
Mahaba po yung
11
usapan.
hours.
Apo, yun na nga po
11 hours, wala ka makikita kundi nakaupo, he had one rant, kumain, humiga, gusto ko makausap ang abogado ko.
Were you surprised that the former president didn't really
I was.
put up much of a fight?
I was. Kala ko away talaga to, kaya babae na nga nilagay namin doon para walang suntukan eh, di ba? So, yeah, he was actually a gentleman the entire time. Well, mas galit pa yung mga anak niya at asawa niya kaysa sarili niya.
Yeah. But that is understandable. Kung
Yes, that's why we did.
ng tatay mo,
The
asawa
instructions were not to get the phone of Kitty. Kasi tatay niya yun eh. She would want to record all of that.
Yeah.
And it was better for her na ma-record niya lahat yan.
At yung pulis ho talaga, gaya ng sabi ni General Fajardo, lahat ho ng pandalait at
Ay,
pagmumura
grabe.
nilang natanggap. Oo.
Grabe talaga. Pero, sanay na naman, we expected that from the Dutertes.
And siguro before we go on a break, no, si General Torre, nakatikim din ng mura.
Oh.
Hindi ho ba? Pero parang wala lang siya narinig. Ganun.
Tinawanan niya lang.
Oo, because
Sabi
there
niya,
was...
kumapal na yung mukha niya sa ganun eh. So, okay na siya.
So sabi nga niya, what was he saying during that time nung dadalhin na po sana ang Pangulo doon sa aeroplano? There's an easy way or a hard way? Yun pong sinabi niya, hindi ho ba? And the easy way would have been sumama kayo, and the hard way would have been
Drag him out.
we'll drag you out. We'll be taking a very short break. Stay tuned. This is On Point.
Sa pag-uswag kan mga Bicolano, kaipuhan ibalik ang
Ang ipinakita, tama ho ba yun? Tapos pagdating ng Villamor, yung arrest warrant, would that be correct?
Yes, the red notice came at 3 a.m. Tuesday morning. I received it 3 a.m. Actually, General Marbil and PCT